Hey guys, my name's David Hall, otherwise known as Solid Brick Studios on YouTube. Here at BrickFair Virginia, I have brought my Battle of Geonosis mock. So this is actually an ongoing creation. It's not in its finished form. So next year, a year from now in 2022, I guess, I will have this mock up from 9 base plates where it's at currently up to 16. So it'll increase on both sides. The plan is to add like an entire like mountain behind of it and then also increase the battlefield a little bit more. Hopefully I'll be able to include like a Republic dropship and stuff like that. So yeah, it should be a lot of fun. What is here currently is, I guess what you could consider like the desert landscape of Geonosis, a lot of, hills and stuff like that. Some of it's a little rough. I think I could go back and like add a little bit more sloping and tile to it, but so far I'm pretty happy with the way it has. If you actually start to really look into it, there's more to it than just a lot of dark orange and medium nougat. There are a couple pathways that kind of circular around the entire mock, so there's kind of like trails and stuff that I tried to create, and the medium nougat helps break up a lot of the dark orange, so that helps. And then the other thing you see here is these kind of weird things that are sticking out of the ground. They're called Geonosian Spires, actually. I think the like Star Wars lore about them is that like the Geonosians, which you can kind of see like here, this is like the dead zombie version, and then this is like the flying version, and then this is like, I don't know. Anyhow, George Lucas came up with the idea of like basically humanoid bugs is kind of like what Geonosians are. And so these towers are basically what the bugs make. It's kind of like ants building up an ant hill and stuff like that, but a little more, architectural. So that's what's going on. So they're different sizes and stuff like that. Let's see. Now, the big thing you're seeing here is, a big battle. So it is, battle droids versus clone troopers, or the Republic versus the Separatists. Now, we see Geonosis in the second episode of Star Wars Attack of the Clones. This is not a battle from that movie. It's actually based off Star Wars The Clone Wars, the animated television series. I was a big fan of that show growing up, so this is a kind of a tribute to season 2 of the Geonosian arc. So specifically, Landing at Point Rain is one of my all-time favorite episodes, and so I tried to recreate a lot of that. You have the Geonosian Flame Troopers right here. These are custom LEGO minifigures. I actually make these myself. They're on Minifigs for You if anybody's interested in them. So I have quite a few of them. You have Kieta Mundi, who's actually like the leader of this group. You have like Commander Jet. So I really try to, keep it accurate. Over here, just like in Landing at Point Rain, you have 3 different, Jedi generals. So there's Kieta Mundi, there's Obi-Wan Kenobi, and there's Anakin Skywalker with their respective commanders. So Commander Jet was over here. You have Commander Cody, he's the orange clone trooper right there, another custom minifigure. And then Captain Rex, who's right next to Anakin Skywalker's right there. Some other things that you don't really see in the episode is I do have a little custom ATRT. That's a little chicken walker right there. That thing's pretty cool. I try to, include as, many different little scenes. It is just a big battle, honestly. So you try to break it up with, some funny moments. So this clone trooper's kind of knocking this battle droid out right here. I love this right here, the flame trooper spewing out the flames and going right into the battle droid. I love that. So, I really try to think of like what's funny. I have like a little scene here of like the battle droids like, talking to each other, trying to figure out their battle plan. In the back area, there's 2 tanks. They're called AATs. They're all LEGO sets. Honestly, all the vehicles you see here are actual LEGO sets that have at one time been sold. Those are currently still on sale. I know a lot of people ask me, why do you use LEGO sets when you could build a custom one? This is a great example right here. These are custom vehicles right next to it. Why don't you use these? Why don't you make them more accurate? I personally really like using the LEGO Star Wars sets themselves, and I know a lot of people ask me why. The reason being is that if you had purchased one of these sets in the past, when you go to look at this mock, you don't think about it, but immediately in the back of your head, you realize, oh, I have that set, and now I can picturize this is how big the scale of the actual mock is. So if you're familiar with that vehicle, you'll understand how big the mock is. So that's why I tend to use the sets themselves. I'm trying to think. Let's see. Again, a couple other little scenes around here. I also have Ahsoka. She's also in here as well. Can't forget her. Yeah, so I think that's about it. Do you have any questions, Joshua?
So talk a little bit more about the spire design if you can, because most of what I'm noticing is there's some of these connections just like one stud, so it looks like these could be kind of fragile.
Yeah, they're not too fragile. I'll take one of these here. So it's actually relatively simple. You're just using this brick right here, and then so one by ones to kind of break it up. So it just kind of goes together like that. It's not a really complex design. Then I kind of spin it around like this to kind of create some different formations, and that's really the the basis for all these spires that you see here. It's not too complex. There are some more complex designs right here. These are using those same pieces, but like inverted to create like that 8 type of circle so I can get the slopes like that. Yeah, and then also you will notice that on the sides there is a big black border around the whole MOC. That was so I could push it up about 3 bricks high, I believe. And I can pull this off real quick if you want to see this. So you can see it's just snot bricks right here, and it's about 3 bricks high. And then this just allows me to create elevation, not just upwards, but also downwards, so you get those kind of hills. I'll put that on it later.
Right. Yeah, that height is what gives you this ability to create these great kind of undulations in the geography here and get all of those nice like patterns that give some life to the build.
Yeah, exactly. So I also tried really hard not to throw as many vehicles on MOCs because I love to do that. I love putting vehicles on MOCs, but this time I wanted to make sure you could see the actual landscape. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. Again, it's only a work in progress right now, so it'll only get bigger from here. If you want to check out the progress, it'll be on my channel, Solid Brick Studios. But thanks, guys.
That's great. Yeah, I was going to ask you about that. If you want to, for people who haven't seen your work before, talk a little bit more about what you do on your channel in terms of these like build series and how people can check out more of your work.
Yeah, so a lot of people will ask me, how do you build this? Where do you start? That is exactly what I do on my YouTube channel, Solid Brick Studios. I do a weekly series where week by week I update my fans, showing the progress, and not just showing the progress, but also showing the techniques that I use every single week. There's always something new to build, and so they love coming back and seeing that. So this will be an ongoing series. I think we got to like week 6 or 7 with its current form. I imagine it'll go up to week 20 when it's finally done.
Right. Well, keep up the good work then. Looking forward to next year's finished build then. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I appreciate it, guys. Thank you.